this video, I'm going to talk about DMCA takedown services and why they're important for OnlyFans management. So first, let's start with what is DMCA takedown. Basically, DMCA takedown is where they will go on Google and like delist images of your models that are not yours, or like things that you did not post on their social media profiles or any other web pages that you create for them. And then they will also go to other sites and send notices to those sites if in case somebody leaked your model's content or your creator's content and put it on those sites without your permission and are attempting to monetize it, right? So in the past, I would look on like search engines like Google and like find links to our model's content, but not often did I find nudity or explicit content on these sites, just because we don't really have that much explicit content out there. Most of our explicit content was in the OnlyFans profile and was only accessible through purchase, which really helped a lot with not having a ton of nude or explicit content leaked out there on the internet. What I didn't know previously was that if you want to find the nude or explicit content, you really have to take time to go and search deeper than what you would typically look for like on Google. You're gonna have to look at a lot of pages and pages of Google listings and then other sites. And then on those other sites, if you do searches within them, typically some of that content will pop up. I would say the first and most important measure for preventative leakage of your model's content, especially the explicit content, would be to always make sure you're charging customers for them and not posting it for free on websites like Reddit or Twitter, or even on the OnlyFans feed. That will really cut down the amount of spreading that your explicit content will have, and will ultimately help you charge higher prices via chatting whenever customers do come to the OnlyFans profile, because there's really only one way they can get it, and that is to purchase. With that said, just because you are making customers buy the explicit content doesn't mean that there aren't going to be customers that come in and buy the content and then go and leak it on a bunch of sites. So we're now going to talk about why you need to be removing those and the importance of doing it, and then of course how to do it. So first, you're going to want to take down the content because one, it's just kind of like the right thing to do as a management company, right? You don't want your model's content being leaked out there for free, especially when she's working hard to create it and it's her intellectual property or whatever it might be. And two, of course, if customers can find it for free on websites, then you're going to lose profitability because they're not going to come to your OnlyFans profile and buy it, right? Of course, you're going to want to use a DMCA takedown service like Rulta to automatically scan these sites and send notices to these websites to take down the content. Also, they'll help with like removing content that is like leaked out on Google or anything like that. So if you go like to Google and search for your model's name and then search like type nude or explicit content or something like that, typically there will be web page results there of links that link to your model's leaked content. The other thing that I think is really overlooked and maybe not understood by a lot of people in the space is for brand protection. And I'm not talking about brand protection in the idea that you want to protect your content. I'm talking about brand protection and protecting your search engine results pages and like the results that come up for people who search. Let's say you have a model and she averages 1,000 visitors to her OnlyFans site per day, okay? Well, out of those 1,000 visitors, you might have like 150 to 200 of those come from Google, because maybe somebody saw a video that she posted on TikTok or Instagram, looked up her username on Google, and then when they search on Google, they click to the OnlyFans profile. Now, if you're not using a DMCA takedown service, what might happen is instead of your OnlyFans page being ranked at the top of the Google search results, you might have a bunch of websites that are taking results 1 through 10 and linking to other sites. And if somebody is searching for your name, you're gonna lose all the clicks that could have gone to your OnlyFans profile to these other sites. And we all know that clicks are very valuable in the OnlyFans traffic space, because ultimately more clicks you get to your profile, the more subscribers you get, and the more subscribers you get, the more revenue you will make. Okay. And it's important to look at the search engine results page for your model's usernames. I consider those her like brand names, as whatever her usernames are, because typically that's what people are going to search for. But also you want to look at the Google images and the Google videos results page, because a lot of times fans will go to Google, search for your model's username, and then they'll scroll through Google images and start looking for leaks or anything like that they could potentially go to instead of going to OnlyFans and having to pay for the content. So using a DMCA takedown service like Rulta, what it will do is it will delist all these links that go to other social media sites, fake social media profiles, ripped content, whatever you want to get rid of. It's going to automatically detect all these listings through a whitelist service that you basically input your model's usernames into Rulta, and then they will make sure that all those social media profiles are not requested to be delisted from Google, and then all other pages will be delisted. That way, if you go to Google and somebody searches your model's brand name, the only listings that are going to come up on Google Images or Google Videos are going to be links to your model's social media profiles. What this does overall is it helps you build a larger brand every single day that you have this DMCA takedown service running, because all the traffic that you would get on Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever websites that people might be searching for your model on, instead of losing all those clicks and traffic every single day to scammy websites, scammy social media profiles, or whatever it might be, at least all those clicks are now being directed to your model's social media profile. So if there's 200 searches per day for your model on Google, and let's say you were losing 90% of that because you weren't ranking in spots 1 through 10 and you weren't protecting your brand on Google Images and Google Videos, then you were losing about 180 clicks per day that you could have been getting to either your social media profiles to build your follower base and engagement on those profiles, or even the clicks that could have gone to your OnlyFans profile for conversions. So using a DMCA takedown service, especially for a high traffic model, pays for itself very easily just by the amount of clicks that you can get back to your social media profiles or back to your OnlyFans page. Now, the other thing I want to touch on in this video is something that I kind of learned through trial and error, is that Rulta, although it is automated and a very good service, does not 100% remove everything from the internet. It's very difficult to do so, just because if you get some leaks out there, it can spread, and an automated detection system is only going to be able to do so much, right? So if you want to go the extra mile for your creator and really put an extra effort towards removing every single thing on all these scammy websites, you can hire somebody who does leak cleaning services, and typical rate I found is to be about $1 per link to remove. Now, this of course can get really expensive, and we've spent a few $1,000s on doing it. And I don't believe that you should use just a manual leak cleaning service on its own, because if you're just using the manual service on its own, it's going to be really expensive, because they're going to be removing everything from Google and Bing and Yahoo and all these websites, and you could end up paying thousands of dollars a month. But if you're using just the automated service on its own, that's also not going to be enough, because the automated service is not going to be able to really get a deep search into some of these websites and really find a lot of the content that is getting leaked that might take more of a manual, intuitive approach to finding. So I think overall the best combination is using an automated software in cohesion with a manual person or agency or service that does the DMCA takedowns, and together creating a bond between the two of them to ensure that your content isn't leaked out there on the internet as much as possible. To summarize, use a DMCA takedown service to get the bulk of the takedowns that are needed down, and then use a manual agency or service that can have an individual go and search other websites and look deeply into other websites, take down individual links that perhaps the automated service like Rulta has missed. Hopefully that explains more about DMCA takedowns. I think it's really an important topic for everyone to understand in the OnlyFans agency or OnlyFans creator space. Collectively, we don't want outside agents and outside scams using our content to profit off of our hard work and our creators and the brand that we are building for everybody. And if everybody puts forth their best effort into utilizing a service like this and ensuring that they're cleaning up the leaks for their models, then what it can do is it can help push out some of the scammers and people who are looking to profit off of our hard work in this industry, and collectively we can just push them out and make it less profitable for them. So if there's any questions on this, feel free to let me know. I'm very open to discussing this topic in the comments below, or even you can join my Telegram channel by clicking the link and then asking any questions that you might have from there. All right, thanks for watching.